Hello, friend. My name is Travis Norville. I'm the pastor of Judson Memorial Baptist Church, and I just want to say thank you for spending a little bit of your time with me, whether it's Wednesday afternoon or Friday morning or Sunday morning, I don't know. Here we are together, and I just want to thank you for investing a little bit of yourself. It's going to be maybe about 10 minutes, so I don't know, maybe shorter than that. So here we go. We got a few things to talk about. One is just, it's the week after Easter. Generally, everybody's just exhausted, and we all are. But we got a lot of work still to do. It's coming up for this week. And so I just want to first off say, hey, thanks for that wonderful Easter service. Everybody, from the choir to, Barbara and Polly decorating, Eileen with the bulletins, the ushers, the time with children, Carolyn with the prayers. It was just a beautiful day. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. The sermon, and by the way, thanks for clapping. I never expect clapping after a sermon, but hey, I'll take it. I mean, come on. I think I got a small ego, but come on, everybody likes a little clapping. But I think the sermon spoke to a different angle that we need to be intentional about, and that is in the area of theological reconstruction. Again, that might not be the term you thought, is this what he's going to talk about? By the time people come to Judson, their theology's already been deconstructed. There's been a life event. There's been a death in the family. There's been a job loss. There's going to be some kind of diagnosis. There's going to be a letdown. Maybe you're coming out of recovery and you're wanting to start again, or maybe things had not gone right in your life, and you're going, man, I think if I gave it this try, it may help me on that next step. And you realize that theology and beliefs and practices of your former life are not going to help you in this new life. And so you come to a place like Judson and you're like, okay, how can I do this? I think we need to be intentional about helping people do that. Let's not define ourselves on what we don't believe. Let's define ourselves on what we do believe. A healthy religion, good religion, thriving religion, flourishing religion. A God of mercy and justice and peace and joy. Religious practices centered on forgiveness and second chances and being present with one another. Those are the kind of things we're going to have to do. We're going to start again this Sunday. We're going to have communion. Glenn Elvig is going to be doing some music. He was a guy from Dinner and a Show last year. Wrote this wonderful piece. I asked him, hey, would you make that into a communion song? He already had that in mind, added another verse, and here we are. And the whole thing's going to be, what if the table was the centerpiece of Christianity? Let's go with it. See what happens. Other things coming up. Hey, the stewardship time. The letters went out today. You'll be getting your pledge card in the mail here this week. It's two-sided this year. Woohoo! A few things. Hey, we're going to ask you to give electronically. We're going to ask on the back, hey, how can you help out? There are plenty of things to do. There are committees. There are kind of like part-time, kind of seasonal, kind of just ways for you to kind of come in, help out with church life, and step back out. Let's be honest. There's a lot of church work that is boring. It's like you're doing the dishes. It's like brushing your teeth. It's like cleaning your room. You got to do them, right? You got to do them, or things just fall apart. And church life is like that too. We need people just for the committee work to happen. This is a wonderful community, and one of the things that makes it so beautiful, is because of the way that people work. There's usually what's called the reshuffling of the saints. It's just, okay, you go from that committee to this committee, but we need people, newer people come in, share the load, and let's help keep making this community a beautiful place. There are some like little seasonal things, like hospitality, Minister of Hospitality, coming in and helping out, event coordinator, some grant writing, those kind of things on down the line we're going to need you to help out with. Speaking of grant writing, I'm going to ask you, if you've never filled out a pledge here, or maybe it's kind of like this. There are years, Lori and I, we couldn't give anything because of financial hardship. And we thought, well, what we could give would be so little, there's no sense in even giving it. Or, I give to other churches. And maybe Judson is just a place that you're here for sometimes. Or maybe you're online and you don't really want to, you're not ready to give in a very substantial way. I understand all of that. I'm going to ask you still to fill a pledge card out and give us $1. Now, you may think, how can that do anything? We're going to be pretty aggressive this year with grant writing. And one of the ways that we can make ourselves more appealing to foundations and the people who are awarding grants if we can show that we have a large giving base. And these $1 donations help that out tremendously. It makes us go from a community of maybe 87 pledge units to 120. It makes you look like it gives you a bigger picture. It's not fooling the grant writer. They know people do that, but it shows also that there's a community of support behind the work that you're doing. And that's what I'm going to ask you to do. So if you've never given before, or maybe never given to church before, if you're kind of down on your luck, times are kind of tough, and hey, I get that. Or maybe Judson is one of the many churches that you support. Fill a pledge card, give us $1, and help be a friend of Judson on that. Okay, dinner and a show is coming up on April 13th, Saturday, April 13th. 5:30 we'll start dinner. There Foods by Urban Growler, and there will be kid-friendly and vegetarian options. The show starts at 7. 3 acts: the Uncommon Denominators, Bruce and Sue Elliott, Van Johnson, Doug Weatherhead. Fendrick and Peck. We love Fendrick and Peck. We love the Uncommon Denominators too, and we also love the band that was here for Blue Christmas. So if you weren't for Colleen, Maya, and Rada, this was a great, amazing artist, and we're looking forward to dinner and a show. This Saturday, it is the memorial service for Jackie Thureson. This will be at 11 a.m. April 6th with a reception to follow. Jackie was just a beautiful, wonderful, amazing person. And we're going to say, as we do in a community, we say goodbye to people. It'll be tough. Jackie was the chair of the search committee that called me here, and it's going to be a tough service for all of us, but we'll get through it together. We will. There's still some items available for that we had for the silent auction, but people keep still signing up for them. We've surpassed our goal of $8,000. We're way above that now, and we got some things to keep doing, like a pie baking workshop, pickleball party. Got 3 slots left for the Mexican train nights. This is one of my favorite ones. The Kirkland Trials, offered by Linda and Joel Fredrickson. Blind taste tests between Kirkland and name brands. At night, we participate in blind taste tests of Kirkland, Costco brands, products versus the name brand versions of these products. Both food and alcohol taste tests. April 19th, 2024. That looks like a lot of fun. Kids, build a birdhouse in your backyard, offered by Brad Jordan and Bob Clegg. We still have 4 birdhouses in our yard from these birdhouses that our kids did. It's a great time. I hope you're there. North Loop Brewery Walking Tour, offered by Clay Gustafson. Still some seats left for this, so hey, you want to make sure you're there. These are all in the back of the sanctuary. When you're here, fill one out, and hope you can make it. I also just want to put a note in, save the date. Sacred Sites Tour, May 18th, 9 to 3, $20 per person. It'll be offered by the Reverend Jim Bear Jacobs. You may remember that Reverend Jacobs was here when we hosted Robert Jones for The Hidden Roots of White Supremacy and the Path to a Shared American Future. Jim Bear was here and gave a wonderful, he was part of the panel. This will be primarily just really kind of over across the river, really kind of in Mendota and down at Fort Snelling. Now, we're going to have a bus, though. We're going to meet here at 9, and it'll end at 3. The tour is like 10 to 2, but we're all taking a bus because we want everyone to be there it's a common experience that we all do together. We show up together, we leave together. So that's part of what we're doing. It's $20 per person. It is for high school age and up. It's going to be a pretty moving experience. I've had probably 100 people that I know have done this over the past year or so say it's life-changing. So I hope you're there. 50 people. We're going to need you to sign up by May 1st. If we have any seats after May 1st, then we're going to open them up to the public, but we're trying to keep this in-house first. So May 1st is the deadline for that, and that tour will happen on Saturday, May 18th from 9 to 3. All right, that is your Welcome Wednesday. We didn't even get a chance to talk about the totality. We didn't get a chance to talk about rhubarb season. We didn't get a chance to talk about the new Beyonce album. 27 songs. I mean, not all of them are songs. They're kind of these really interesting things, but 1 hour and 18 minutes. It is amazing. I am floored by this album. I love it. I hope you do too. Keep everybody in your prayers. Be gentle with yourself. Get some rest. We'll see you at Jackie Thurston's funeral. And then after that, we'll see you Sunday, where we start this theological reconstructive journey. What if we put the table at the center? Let's see where it takes us. All right, friend. Peace. This is a peace. Or blessings be with you both now and forever. Amen. Amen.